Hey guys, Jonathan was out here for Jam Sports 100, the JM Sports Show. How is it going? I apologize, as I'm sure you can hear that. Hopefully you could. I've decided that I'm not going to do videos for individual games for the rest of the week. I've got several of them done. I will upload what I have, and then after that, I'm just gonna do one final game here, or one final video here, where I do all the games. Not sure if you can hear the hammering going on next door, but they have been trying to fix up the unit next to me, and it is causing all sorts of distractions. And I'm having technical difficulties myself with my microphone, so I'm hoping that things will be alright to get through this video. So let's hurry up and get through it. Um, Actually, what I'm even going to do is I'm going to do it this way. We are 1 0 on the week this week. We are coming off of a week last week that saw us go 9 and 5 and 36-7. The Patriots beat the Dolphins last night as we picked. So that makes us 63 and 43 on the year, 832, 487, and 30 lifetime. I want to get you caught up in case you don't want to go through and watch a lot of the videos. And if you listen to the videos, you're not going to hear much hammering and stuff. I tried to record in between that stuff. I got pretty lucky with doing that, but I don't want to be sitting here all day recording either while I wait for them to leave. So I'm just going to do it this way and just do one big video and deal with the hammering, I guess. Hopefully there isn't much of it. And now that I'm doing this, there probably won't be any. They're probably done. Anyway, just a quick, in case you don't want to watch the rest of the recaps, I'll let you guys know. I have Kansas City beating Detroit in London. I have Atlanta beating Tampa Bay. Give me the Vikings over the Bears. I also have the Bengals beating the Steelers. The Cardinals beating the Browns. Believe it or not, I have the Titans going into Tennessee and beating the Texans. I think there's just too much turmoil right now in Houston. I do have the Rams beating the 49ers. Could be an ugly game. I gave it to the 49ers, or the Rams rather, just out of home field advantage. Which brings us to the New York Giants and the New Orleans Saints. I'm going to go with the Giants here in this game. I know that the Saints looked pretty good against Indy last week, but to me, that kind of makes them a little bit undervalued. And I know that the Cowboys really, let's be honest, they dominated the Giants last week. I still think the Giants are a really good football team, and right now, probably the best team in the East. I've got the Giants getting the win. San Diego and Baltimore, these are must-win games for both of these teams. 2-5 for San Diego, 1-6 for Baltimore. San Diego had the heartbreaker at Lambeau last week, and then or the week before last, and then just struggled against Oakland. And Baltimore, if you think about Baltimore, and I actually heard this and I went back and looked to verify it, Baltimore has lost some really close games. Last week, they had, I believe, it was an 8-point loss on Monday night. That was their worst loss of the year. So Baltimore is close to winning games. I'm going to give Baltimore the home field advantage in this must-win situation. And San Diego is traveling, so San Diego doesn't always play the best when they travel, as a lot of teams don't when they travel from the West Coast. That's what I've listened to all day long. I've got the Ravens getting the win. The New York Jets and the Oakland Raiders. I know that there's some traveling going on here. I am going to go with the Jets, though. I just think they're more experienced than the Raiders. I think that defense is going to be able to slow down Amari Cooper. Wow, and get to Derek Carr. I do have the Jets getting the win. Seattle Seahawks, Dallas Cowboys. I was impressed with what I saw from the Cowboys last week with Matt Castle. Like I said, really, if you watch that game, I watched every snap of it. The Cowboys dominated that game. If it wasn't for stupid mistakes and stupid turnovers, stupid interceptions, the Cowboys probably would have won that game. Um, I'm going to go with Seattle here, though. I think Seattle is just, they are really in a must win situation. I think the Cowboys are just trying to tread water. Cowboys are not in a good division, so they're just trying to tread stuff. Cowboys could have Dez Bryant back. That could be huge for them. if he does play. But Seattle is, I think, in a more of a dire win situation as Arizona is slipping away with that division and slipping away fast, and honestly probably already has. So Seattle 3-4, looking to avoid falling to 3-5, must win for Seattle. I've got the Seahawks getting it. Sunday Night Football, battle of the undefeated teams: 6-0 Green Bay Packers, 6-0 Denver Broncos. Uh, let's be honest about this Broncos offense. It is painful to watch. Okay, the Broncos defense is what is winning them football games. So, can it do it against this Packers offense? I don't know. Aaron Rodgers has said that he sees things that he's going to be able to exploit against the Denver defense, so that could be bad for them. The Packers defense has been pretty good. I know the offense for the Packers has struggled a little bit as of late. I'm not real worried about it. I shouldn't say I'm because I'm not supposed to talk as a Packer fan. If I was a Packer fan, everyone knows I am, but I wouldn't be real worried about it. Um, it happens. It happens. Probably not necessarily the best defensive team to be going up against while you're trying to fix these woes, but Aaron Rodgers and the Packers will do what they can. Meanwhile, Peyton Manning and the Broncos cannot move the football very well. I think the improved Packers defense is going to be able to uh, can keep that to continue that trend. And I think this is a low scoring game. Call me a homer if you want. Go ahead. You do every time I pick the Packers. I've got the Packers getting the win and improving to 7-0, but wouldn't be surprised if it went the other way around. And that brings us to the Monday night game, the Indianapolis Colts and the undefeated Carolina Panthers. Panthers 6-0. All right, I'm going to say this. I am a believer in this Carolina Panther team. I said to myself a couple weeks ago that after they beat Seattle in Seattle, that it was time to believe in Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers. And then last week I went and picked the Philadelphia Eagles to beat the Carolina Panthers. I didn't even take my own advice and I lost. I have no idea how the Panthers are doing it, being as banged up as they are, with Luke Kuechly being in and out, and with not having a whole lot of receiver help. Cam Newton is quite the quarterback. I'm not saying he's elite, but he's quite the quarterback. I whiffed on him badly when he came out of the draft, and I said I didn't think he was an NFL quarterback. I didn't think he could get it done. But he can. And on Monday night, I think he will. I've got the Panthers beating the Colts. Colts right now are just a total mess. Yes, Andrew Luck is fine, people. Andrew Luck is just fine. He missed time. He's a little bit off. He'll get better. Not to mention, is he just off because he missed time? But he's also had a argument between the general manager and the owner. There is so much going on in Indy right now. Chuck Pagano probably out. The Colts are basically doing this on a Chuck Pagano is either going to keep his job this week or he is not going to keep his job this week. He is safe for this week. Is basically how the Colts are playing this. Things are not good right now in Indy. Carolina exploits that, and Carolina continues to be undefeated as they get the win in Carolina on Monday night. I might be a little generous here with the score, but I'm going 27-20. I might just go back to doing games this way. Which would you prefer? Let me know in the comments down below. I don't want to hear I'd prefer you don't do games at all. Yeah, I know, but I don't care, really. I'm going to continue to do games. So don't forget to like the JM Sports Show page on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Links will be in the description. Didn't do NFL picks last week via video. This week they're shortened because of stuff going on around me. Hopefully next week in week 9 we can get back to normal. Until then, I am Jonathan What's Up for JM Sports 100 and the JM Sports Show, and I will see you guys later.